Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland, and Mohamed Salah are among the highest-paid Premier League players. Manchester City and Manchester United both have 2 players in the top 5 earners. The 30 highest-paid players in England's top tier include 6 from United, compared to just 2 from Liverpool. Football is now home to the mega-rich both on the pitch and in the owner's box, and the Premier League is the most affluent competition of them all. The spending power of England's top-flight dwarfs its European counterparts, attracting the best managers and players alike, although such talent comes at a price. A hefty price. With Premier League spending now regularly topping £1 billion in the summer transfer windows, the players are commanding higher and higher wages. And it's only poised to get loftier with asking prices rising and wage packets also going through the roof, and that has got the cogs in our brains churning. Which current Premier League player earns the most on a weekly basis? The likes of Liverpool's Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk will no doubt be hoping to earn a bumper pay rise given their current contracts expire at the end of the 2024-2025 Premier League season. Here, give Mesport take a look at the highest earning stars currently gracing English shores with the help of the folks over at Capology, who have provided the figures. Erling Haaland, in 2022-23, became one of the most impressive Premier League debutants who instantly demanded significant financial reparations, yet it is undisputable that the 6'4" goal-scoring machine has justified Manchester City's weekly outlay that is hefty enough to make your eyes water. Leeds-born Haaland has been crucial in Pep Guardiola's side's ways of thinking and playing, breaking Andy Cole and Alan Shearer's record of 36 goals in a single Premier League campaign in 2022-23. His initial terms saw him take home £375,000 per week, but, after putting pen to paper on a lucrative 9.5 year, that figure jumped to a whopping £500,000 every week. We have 15 names on this list and perhaps none are more deserving of a pay rise than the prolific 24-year-old, who once again topped the scoring charts last term and currently leads them this time around after equaling Cristiano Ronaldo's record of being the fastest player to reach 100 goals for one club, plundering in his 10th league goal this campaign against Arsenal. Liverpool would certainly be in a much worse position if they hadn't persuaded Salah to commit his future to the club in the summer of 2022. The immensely talented right-winger has been a talismanic figure for the Reds in recent years, claiming a Champions League crown, the Premier League title, the FA Cup, 2 League Cups and much more during his time at Anfield. Erling Haaland, Rodri and Mohamed Salah are all in the top 20 best players in the Premier League. Last season was a substandard season in the eyes of Liverpool as Jurgen Klopp bid farewell, but fear not, Salah was still on hand to put up eye-catching numbers in terms of goals and assists, something which has continued in 2024-25. After months of speculation about his future, Salah penned a new 2-year contract in April 2025 that will see him make £480,000 per week, with bonuses included, over the next 2 years, according to The Telegraph. As the best centre-back in the world, it makes sense that Virgil van Dijk will be handsomely paid for his services. However, as defenders usually don't make as much as forwards, it's a testament to his quality that the Dutchman is among the biggest earners in the Premier League. Now 33, there was plenty of speculation that Van Dijk would leave in the summer of 2025, but he instead opted to sign a new contract to keep him at Anfield for 2 more seasons, until the summer of 2027. Per The Athletic's reliable journalists David Ornstein and James Pearce, he will earn a salary believed to be in the region of £400,000 per week. The wages are largely guaranteed, with the only incentives relating to team success rather than individual performance. Raking in nothing short of a cool £400,000 every 7 days is Kevin De Bruyne. Arguably Manchester City's most influential midfielder alongside Rodri, the 33. The 15 best Belgians in Premier League history have been ranked in order. The Belgium international added a sixth Premier League title to his trophy collection last term and made history as a figurehead in guiding the citizens to an incredible treble in the 2022-23 campaign. Doubts were raised when City brought De Bruyne, the man with the joint 8th most Champions League assists in history, back to the Premier League all those years ago, but he has emphatically answered his critics ever since. Technically tied in third place is Manchester United midfielder, Casemiro. The five-time Champions League winner joined his current club in the summer of 2022 after completing a £70 million move as he yearned for a taste of English top-flight action. At Real Madrid, the Brazil international formed a formidable cocktail of midfielders alongside Toni Kroos and Luka Modric and was tasked with solidifying Erik ten Hag's new-look Red Devils. And Casemiro did just that in his first season, despite missing several games through suspension, justifying his £350,000 per week earnings by guiding United to their first piece of silverware and, in turn, ending their 6-year drought. His form wasn't carried on into the 2023-24 campaign though, with it being rumored that the Red Devils would like to get rid of the Brazilian to clear up their wage bill. And considering how much has on, it would certainly free up a lot of space. Manchester United's local boy put pen to paper in the summer of 2023 in order to extend his stay, amid the odd bit of clamour over the future. With Shaw-born Marcus Rashford enjoyed a 30-goal season, his best ever in United threads, in the 2022-23 term, but in 2023-24, he miserably failed to pick up where he left off, and that has been the same ever since. No longer finding the back of the net with ease, United's poster boy has been called out by the likes of Paul Scholes for his substandard performances over the past few years. Shortly after his arrival, Amorim froze Rashford out of the team and he soon moved to Aston Villa on loan. It's unlikely that Rashford, who has had a mini resurgence at Villa, will ever play for United again. You could say that eyebrows were raised upon City parting ways with £100 million to sign Birmingham-born Jack Grealish, known to be one of the nicest footballers on the planet, from Aston Villa. With the high-profile move to the perennial winners came a bumper pay rise to £300,000 per week, but does his return warrant so much being spent on his wages? 17 goals and 23 assists have been totted up by the lovable Englishman in 154 City games. For reference, he has more yellow cards than goals. A talented winger, of course, but you'd expect more bang for your buck, wouldn't you? Another United midfielder ranking high on the list is Bruno Fernandes. Having arrived in England back in 2020, the Portuguese star has shown for the Red Devils and was recently awarded a bumper contract that saw his weekly salary increase by over £100,000. The enigmatic Fernandes now takes home £300,000 every week and has extended his stay at Old Trafford until June 2027. He is among the Red Devils' most cash-strapping stars, but it's for good reason. If Amorim's side are to stand any chance of making something of a, so far, dismal campaign and qualify for any sort of European football this season, this man will have almost certainly played a key role in that. as the creator of the most clear-cut opportunities among any Premier League player in 2023-24. Bernardo Silva is a vital piece of Guardiola's blueprint, one of the most expensive Portuguese players in Premier League history, and he earns £300,000 per week. Not a bad life, is it? Much like David Silva, the Portuguese magician is the glue that holds the star-studded nature of City together. A Swiss Army knife of a small stature, though his high intelligence, no doubt, eclipses his size. Opting to extend his stay at the Etihad Stadium over the summer would have been music to his teammates' ears given how influential he is to the Manchester-based club. He may not tot up high-catching figures in the goals or assists department, but Silva provides much, much more than that. An unsung hero, if you will. The newest entry on this list following his move from Eintracht Frankfurt to Manchester City in the 2025 January transfer window, Omar Marmoush is already one of the highest-earning players in the Premier League, and with good reason too. The Egypt international absolutely dominated the Bundesliga with his blend of pace, dribbling and finishing ability, and the early signs are that he is set to be a formidable force in the English top flight too. Having already netted a hat-trick for Pep Guardiola's side within a couple of months of joining, Marmoush looks like he could be integral alongside Erling Haaland as they look to rejuvenate things at the Etihad following a rather disappointing 2024-2025 campaign on the whole. Kai Havertz earning just £20,000 less than someone of Bernardo Silva's ilk seems strange. As Arsenal's highest-paid player, the former Chelsea target man struggled somewhat with the cross-London switch at first but, slowly but surely, seems to be coming into his own in the fabled red of the North Londoners. The £280,000 a week earner set the Champions League alight in 2021 by netting the only goal of the final as they beat an industrious City, led by Guardiola. Stats prove how much better the German is at Arsenal compared to his best season at Chelsea. Becoming their solitary option up top hindered his progression in West London. Therefore, accustomed to the big occasions, the Germany international looks to be a staple part of Mikel Arteta's plans as Arsenal enter a third season on the trot where they are gunning for glory of any kind, but most importantly, the elusive Premier League title. Gabriel Jesus arrived in North London with a lot of promise on his back. But it's safe to say he hasn't matched that high billing, with his move to Arsenal from Man City only shedding more light on his wastefulness in front of goal. His lack of potency in front of goal has been a cause for concern for Arteta and his entourage, given the former City ace has just 26 goals in his 96-game North London career. Jesus is a fully fledged member of the Brazilian national team with 19 goals in 64 appearances and would have been looking to be the man that drags Arsenal to their first Premier League title since the 2003-04 campaign. Now earning his corn, £250,000 per week to be precise, at United is Mason Mount, with his weekly take-home much greater than while at boyhood club Chelsea. Signing for £55 million a little over 24 months ago, the 26-year-old has not hit the ground running at his new employers, having been hit with a string of injury woes, too. Whether he is able to emulate his form from the 2021-22 season, having notched 11 goals and 10 assists, remains to be seen. Things have not exactly gone swimmingly following his Premier League club-to-club move, which means his £250,000 entering his bank account each week seems rather overkill. Perhaps an underrated aspect of the Guardiola revolution, the versatile monster that is John Stones lines his pockets with £250,000 on a weekly basis. Stones' importance to the side shines through in the wake of his absence, and so, the centre-back, by trade, at least, is thoroughly deserving of his lofty wage. The Yorkshireman became a mainstay under Gareth Southgate during his tenure as Three Lions boss, with him being the main man in defence once again at Euro 2024. But with 277 City games and a myriad of top performances under his belt, it wouldn't be too crazy to say that Stones may be underpaid. Or is it? At one stage in his career, Reece James was being coined as the second coming of a Roberto Carlos, Cafu-style player. In an era defined by fullbacks who could do it all, the £250,000 per week Chelsea man was regularly classed as the very best. The Premier League is stacked with quality at right back, including Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James, and Kieran Trippier. But while he earns a fair bit more than Trent Alexander-Arnold and Kyle Walker in 2024, his pay packet comes as somewhat of a slap in the face to justice. As per Transfermarkt, Reece James has missed north of 120 matches due to injury. Therefore, he has missed more matches than he has played, which is a damning statistic for someone earning as much money as he is. Premier League highest earners Image Gallery. All figures and wage information per Capology, unless stated otherwise. All statistics per Transfermarkt. Correct as of April 17, 2025.